Talking about survival and what you mentioned, the last 2 years, not only for our nation, but for the entire world have been catastrophic. We've seen so much destruction, we've seen so much death. What is it that the human race at large, beyond geographical boundaries, can do to rise above all of this, to live life as it should be, from either mental issues that people have been suffering, psychological issues that people have been suffering, pain that people have been suffering? What is it that the human race can do to deal with the situation of the now better?
Obviously, you're talking about Miss Corona.
Yes.
No offense to ladies, I just thought if I say Mr., then they'll ask, why is it a man? So I See, it's unfortunate that over 6 million people have died. Now recently WHO says, no, it was not 6, it is 14.9 million, maybe. One simple thing we need to understand is, the nutritional value in the food in the last 100 years has dropped nearly 90%. You know, the video was talking about it, we'll leave that. Are there any medical doctors here? Yeah. See, it doesn't take a top-level virologist. Anybody, simple medical doctor also knows this much, that if you don't have certain nourishment of vitamin A, vitamin B6, B12, C, calcium, iron, folate, magnesium, copper, zinc in your diet, in your micronutrients that you need, you become susceptible to upper respiratory tract infections. This is common knowledge. You can give it whatever name you want and you can market it whichever way you want. I'm consciously using the word market. Essentially, it is a respiratory tract infection. Why should 15 million people die for respiratory tract infection if they were properly nourished? Why are they not nourished? Soil doesn't have it. Where will it come from? So, richer nations, they have huge pharmacies which are selling them complex micronutrients. I was driving in Los Angeles before starting this journey. I just look up a 15-floor building, full-sized hoarding of 15-floor building size. The only words on it is, "My favorite pharmacy." I thought, oh, when did a pharmacy become a favorite place to go to? Next thing is my favorite hospital, next thing is my favorite cemetery. Cemetery, hospital, pharmacy, these are things you go to when it's inevitable. Hello? These are not favorite places to go to, this is not a restaurant. But my favorite pharmacy, that is because they are not selling prescription medication. They are selling a complex cocktail of micronutrients in California. California has an economy larger than India as a nation, one state. It's huge in terms of economy. That means generally everybody is well above well-to-do, largely. But here, their nutrition is so poor. If that is their case, what is the case here, what is the case in the rest of the world? You can imagine. We don't know the numbers here because there are no studies, there are no reports like that. But if this is the case with California, they need a favorite pharmacy, what is the situation everywhere else? So the pandemic spread the way that spread. One thing is irresponsible response to it, or they don't know what is response, only compulsive reactions to it. When it began, in these 2 years, I've been far more active than before, simply because roads are clear, everywhere there's more space. And I traveled through these 2 years doing a whole lot of work. Till now, it's not that I'm some kind of a super being who dropped from somewhere, I'm a normal human being. And I have not caught the infection. And will people maintain distance? No. They will jump on me, they will hug me without my permission, they'll come and speak to me in my face. Yes, but still I have not caught the infection. There must be some reason, isn't it? Little care about how we live. So am I getting some superfood from somewhere? There are people in Europe and all taking all kinds of monthly injections which are supposed to have some whatever, stem cells, this, that. Do I have any treatments like that? No. I'm eating simple South Indian diet whenever I get it. Because in my life, food and sleep never comes on time. So, I want you to understand, this pandemic, unfortunately it took that many lives, but is it not important that we look why a simple respiratory infection takes this many lives? Why is it? No, we don't want to look at it because that's not good business. If you are healthy, it's not good business for me. Because we are economy-driven. Everything should be good for the economy, not for the people. So because of this, we are doing many blunders. And about people crying about pandemic, this happened, that happened. They're locked up in their homes. They were always complaining going to work. Staying at home, they discovered is more difficult than going to work. I know there's discomfort, there is children, there's works. Yeah, simple solutions for it. I don't want to insult them by giving simple solutions. It's very simple, you could have just gone somewhere, built one hut and lived somewhere in one village. Hello? I would have given you land if you wanted. If you say, I'll build a hut and work in the ashram, I would give you food and allow you to live. Happily, we would have become very healthy, super healthy and strong in 2 years' time. No, you won't do anything like that because you're enslaved to your lifestyle. Not life, lifestyle. This is an important thing we need to understand. If your commitment is to your lifestyle, you're already messed up. Your commitment is to this life and every life. Life is important. Lifestyle is not important. Living in style is important, but not lifestyle. Lifestyle means knickknacks you have. So except for those 15 million or 6 million or whatever number, because it's being bigly debated, official number is 6 million. 6 million people who unfortunately passed. One of my cousin brothers who was 1 year younger to me, a very well-known scientist, he passed away. Almost everybody around me lost somebody who's dear to them, all right? In some terrible conditions because they could not see the bodies were straight taken away. This is, there's no closure in their mind, so they struggle. I sympathize with that. But for the rest of the people who are exaggerating their suffering, is just that they sat at home and got big. That's all most people did. They could have done many things, they got a buck. When the pandemic came, people asked Sadhguru what to do. I was holding daily satsang. I said, just set this up. In these 2 months, at that time the lockdown was supposed to be 6 weeks or something. I said, in this 6 weeks, fix it. At least you will be 10% physically fitter, mentally sharper, and whatever the job that you're doing, you'll be 10% better. Aim at this. Lockdown is a good time to do this. When do you get a time like that? Hello? Whenever do you get a time like that? You don't know. I had never ever painted in my life. I'm not an artistic guy. I've not had the attention or the time to do such things. Pandemic came and I became a painter. I sold 2 paintings for $1.4 million and funded our COVID activity in the local area. I'm saying there were so many things you could do. Very poor people Unfortunately, no jobs, livelihood issues, that's a different matter. That's a life issue. For the rest of the people, it's just a lifestyle issue. Oh, I couldn't have my hair cut. Even I didn't have for a long time. I'm saying we are fussing about small things too much. It's time you understand the only precious thing, why precious? The only thing that you have is life. If you're not understanding what I'm saying, have you attended a funeral any time, any of you? All of you? Attended at least one funeral in your life? So if you go to the funeral, this man is like this. Always in proper position he is. He's never like that, all right? He's like this. You go and say sweetest things to him. You tell him, I'm giving you $1 billion. You tell him, I found a mountain of gold for you. The guy is not interested in anything. Hello? Have you tried it? You must try. Because once life is taken out of this, all the rest of the nonsense you're thinking that's valuable doesn't mean a damn thing. As long this is on, you shouldn't have a single complaint. Hello? Hello? If you don't get your dinner tonight, oh, you're dieting, of course.